Hello and a warm welcome to French ABCD. Today we're going to look at lesson 4A. So there's going to be 4A, B and C. There are three sections for l'adjectif qualificatif, an English qualifying adjective. It is part of the series French from Scratch for Beginners. The reference is on page 66 to 92 of the manual. Here is a manual. Most of you have already gotten it. If you haven't, it's available on Amazon. And here is the table des matières. So this is where you're going to find the reference. So let's just start with the definition. Okay, we'll start with the English one first. What is an adjective? In English, an adjective describes or modifies a noun. A shirt. There is no adjective, we simply have your noun here. If we add a green shirt, then green is an adjective. It describes or modifies a shirt. A beautiful shirt does the same. Beautiful is an adjective. Shirt is the noun. What I would like you to do now is, where is the adjective placed? Is it before or after a noun? Keep that in mind. We're going to come back to it later on. Now, let's look at the definition in French. L'adjectif qualificatif est un mot, a word, qu'on ajoute à un nom, a noun, pour qualifier et pour déterminer sa nature d'être. This is just beautiful wording. What it means, nothing more, nothing less than the definition in English. Okay? If we say chien errant, errant here, you will see I put it in italics, that's your adjective. Homme sportif, again, sportif is your qualificatif, l'adjectif, and ciel bleu, once again, is your adjective. Now, what is chien errant? It's a stray dog. Homme sportif, an athletic man, and ciel bleu is a blue sky. Now, let's do some practice here. Okay? If we say souligner les adjectifs qualificatifs, I want you to underline the qualifying adjectives. Now, keep in mind, what it does, it simply describes a noun. That is the purpose of an adjective qualificatif. So if we say mer calme, which one do you think is a noun? Well, here is your noun. Therefore, it describes the noun mer, mer calme. Arbre fruitier, fruitier describes what kind of tree it is. It's a fruit tree. Okay? So do you think you could do the last three for me? It should be very easy now. Thank you. So let's look at la formation du féminin des adjectifs. Okay, that would be on page 69 of the manual. What is the formation du féminin des adjectifs? It means, how do we get the feminine of adjectives in French? En général, in general, il suffit d'ajouter un E muet à l'adjectif au masculin pour avoir sa forme du féminin. All this is saying is, all you need to do is add an E, which is going to be silent, to the adjective, the masculine adjective, to have its feminine. That's all. So, if we look here, un garçon intelligent, intelligent is your adjective. What do? Usually we would say, we cannot say un garçon intelligent, of course not. So it would be une fille intelligente. We add the E. This is what it says here. All you have to do is add an E to the masculine form, and you have your feminine adjective. Un chemisier vert becomes une chemise verte. You add your E. You see here, V-E-R-T au masculin. The feminine would be V-E-R-T-E. Un vent chaud, une boisson chaude. Here you go. Now, let's move on to this one. Generally, les adjectifs masculins qui prennent fin par un E muet ne changent pas de forme au féminin. What it is telling you is, generally, if a masculine adjective ending in an E that is silent, the feminine form does not change. This is what you call, it is invariable, meaning it does not change. So let's look at two examples here. Un homme maigre. Does it end with an E? Yes. Is the E silent? Yes. So, une femme maigre. Just because it is une femme, you do not have a feminine form for maigre. It stays maigre. Okay? Keep that rule in mind. It ends in an E here, silent. Therefore, it does not change. Un exercice facile, which is right here, ends with an E, which is mute, silent. Une affaire facile, it does not change. Now, how about adjectives that end in F? To have their feminine form, we add VE. We eliminate the F and we replace it by VE. So, adjective ends in an F. The feminine one would be adjective. We eliminate the F and we add VE. Aggressive, we eliminate the F and we add VE. Bref, we eliminate the F and we have VE. Do not forget to add the E accent grave. Bref. Okay? So, moving on. If I say adjectives in French that ends in X, they take SE to have their feminine. Époux, which is it ends with an X, becomes épouse. Fabuleux becomes fabuleuse. Do you know what époux, épouse is? C'est mari et femme, spouses in English. Of course, we have to look at the exceptions. What kind of rule would it be without an exception? Du, feu, roux, they all end in X. They do not take SE. They take CE in the case of du. Fausse, you double SSE, and the same for rousse, SSE. Les adjectifs terminés par ER deviennent E accent grave et AE, et IER deviennent IE accent grave et AE au féminin. So adjectives that end in ER, you change it, ER into E accent grave et AE, and adjective that end in IER, you change it into IE accent grave et AE to have your feminine. Léger becomes légère, entier becomes légère. Look here, ER, we change that. What do we put it? E accent grave et AE, and here is your E accent grave et AE. Entier, IER devient IE accent grave et AE. Here is your IER, and IE accent grave et AE is right here. Régulier, régulière, hospitalier, hospitalière. Les adjectifs en EL, EIL, EN, ON et ET forment leur féminin en doublant leur consonne finale suivie d'un E. Here is your famous double your consonant and add an E. Actuel, EL, double your consonant and add an E. Pareil, same thing. Moyen, moyenne, double your consonant. Bon becomes bonne. Sujet becomes sujette. Double your consonant and add an E. Of course, this asterisk here brings you here. These are the exceptions. Complet, you do not double the consonant, you add an E. It becomes E accent grave TE. Concret, concrète, discret, discrète. Inquiet is inquiète. Secret becomes secret. Page 70 to 71 gives you a full list. Les adjectifs en EUR prennent la forme de EUSE au féminin. Adjectives ending in EUR, you change it into EUSE to have your feminine form. Connaisseur becomes connaisseuse, you see? EUR, you change it into EUES. Voleur, meaning a robber, a crook, becomes voleuse. You change the EUR into EUSE. However, there is a full list here of exceptions. You can put this video on pause and have a look at it and then continue. Moving on, les adjectifs en E-U-R, you change that into T-R-I-C-E. So adjectives ending in T-E-U-R, you change that into T-R-I-C-E. Animateur becomes animatrice, T-R-I-C-E, and here it is. Civilisateur, T-E-U-R, becomes civilisatrice, T-R-I-C-E. Exception, enchanteur does not become enchantrice. No, it becomes enchanteresse, T-E-R-E-S-S-E. Adjectives ending in C, you change the C into Q-U-E. Example, public. To have the feminine, you drop the C and you add Q-U-E. The same with ammoniac, you drop the C, you add Q-U-E. Of course, there are some exceptions for you. Grec, notice how it's written. You keep the C, you add Q-U-E. Grec, blanc becomes blanche, franc becomes franche, sec becomes sèche. And adjectives ending in GU, they take their feminine form by changing GU into GUE. Tréma, don't forget the tréma. Aigu becomes aigu, ambigu becomes ambigu. Here are now some specific exceptions. Long becomes long, favori, favorite, etc. Here is some work for you. Mettez les adjectifs suivants au féminin. Put the following masculine adjectives into its feminine form. So what we have here, noir, and how do we have its feminine? We saw that we add an E. For, also we add an E. I'm going to leave you now to do the rest. And this, my dear friends, mes chers amis, brings us to the end of this lesson. If you like, please like, and if you would like, it will also help if you subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you soon.